Okay, so firstly, what's interesting about this is we're being asked to think on a premise that oppression or constraint leads to better art. So now what I want to argue is that there is a worst case scenario of this conclusion and a best case scenario of this conclusion. The best case scenario of this conclusion that oppression creates somehow greater or more beautiful works is, in its absolute best, what it acts to do within our minds is to make more tolerable repression and violence against thinkers who go outside of the norm. And at its very worst, what it does is it credits the brilliance of people rather than to the people that produce those works, but to the people that oppress them. So if I can make it more simple for you, it's the equivalent of us saying that Galileo's work on the laws of physics were thanks to Pope Urban because he put him under house arrest and put him in the position where that happened. It's the equivalent of us saying that Ibn al-Haytham's development of the idea that the ancient Greeks had as their conviction that light was shot out by the eyes, and that's what enabled people to see. So Ibn al-Haytham, when put under house arrest by the Fatimid caliphs at that time, because of being under house arrest and having a hole in the wall, he was able to fashion that into an understanding that in fact what happens is light reflects off of objects and therefore the eye sees. So what we're in danger of doing is crediting the people that tighten the constraints with the brilliance of the people who, despite their circumstances, are able to make great leaps for humanity. So the question also is that would these people, if they enjoyed state patronage rather than state restriction, not come out with equally, if not more, amazing ideas? We see from history examples of people like Victor Jara in Chile. For example, during the Salvador Allende government, democratically elected government, he was patronized by the state. He enjoyed state sponsorship. The music he created was beautiful and spoke to and for millions. However, following the coup on September 11th, 1973, backed by the British and US government and the introduction of General Pinochet as the ruler of Chile, Victor Jara was imprisoned in Chile Stadium along with 5,000 other people. During his torture, he actually set about writing his last song, which was called Chile Stadium. It was an unfinished work which was smuggled out of the stadium by a friend of his who put it into his sock. This is a perfect example of state repression leading to somebody actually dying. So this idea of oppression creating great work. We also see the work that he created was actually unfinished. So it's very easy for us to sometimes philosophize about situations we have not lived through and pontificate about the possibility that oppression or state restriction somehow leads to greater art. So I would say that is my position.
For more debates, talks and interviews, subscribe today to the Institute of Art and Ideas at a.k.a. TV.